Hi, everybody, and Happy New Year.
Happy
I'm
New
Cindy LaCroix, and this is my wonderful daughter, other way, Julie Davison.
Year!
We've been doing the Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie videos now for 18 months. Is that
Yeah,
about right?
going on 2 years.
Yeah, this is episode number 84. If you are new to watching us, we've been demonstrators for 20 years. We live a couple states apart, and it took us a long time to figure out that we could get together over Zoom and stamp and then share our projects with you. So here we are. So Julie, did you guys have a good New Year?
We did have a good New Year. We were in Florida for New Year's Eve. And it was so crazy. I know this seems like such a little detail, but for the first time in a very long time, we were in the same time zone as you for New
That's
Year's. Usually we're in the central time zone, and so you guys say Happy New Year an hour before it's New Year for us, and we have to watch the replay of the ball drop and all that stuff. But this time the kids were so excited that we were seeing it live.
yeah, yeah.
And we almost all made it to midnight. One of us fell asleep. It wasn't me. I won't name names.
Wow.
And then we had a great trip home the next day. We didn't have to get up too early. And so it was just perfect. We had just enough time to get ourselves ready to go and to get to the airport. We had a really great plane ride, direct flight back to Detroit, and a
Yeah.
nice evening on the first with you guys.
Yes.
And now we're back home in Illinois, getting back into the routine. The kids went back to school on Thursday, and so they're never excited to go back to school. But it's good when they have a short week, because
Yeah.
then
Kind of eases them back into it
he's back
also.
into it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
about you, Mom? Are you having a good New Year so far?
So far. What did we do on New Year's Eve? Oh, I thought we would go out for a late lunch and then go to church and then just be able to sleep in, but I couldn't find a restaurant that had any openings until, much later.
Oh,
So what we did on Friday when I was calling is we went ahead and order from an Italian restaurant here in Wyandotte, and the servings are so huge. We ate half of it for dinner on the eve of New Year's Eve, and then we ate the rest of it when we got home from church. And then we watched TV and then curled up and got ready for bed, and we watched the ball drop, and your dad and I said, Happy New Year, love you, good night. And that was it. That was it. So it was nice. I mean, it was quiet. It was, we
yeah.
didn't, I feel like I just don't want to go out on New Year's
Oh,
Eve.
yeah.
We used to, we were younger. Yeah, we used to go to parties and stuff, but yeah, we're over it.
Well, with the new year comes a new catalog. And this
Oh,
week we
yes.
had the launch of the January through April 2023 mini catalog. And also exciting, Sale-a-Bration started this week. That is always the most fun in the new year. And the most fun way to celebrate the new year is with new product.
Yes, it absolutely is. And we're really excited about what we're going to share with you today. So Julie is actually going to introduce the product while I get my desktop set up and to share my project. You ready, Jen?
Well, I am. Let's switch it over to my desktop. Celebration time. Last week we shared the Dainty Flowers designer paper and that coordinating bundle. And this week we're focusing on the celebration gifts that you can get free with $100 order. So during celebration, we have a variety of stamp sets and designer papers that you can choose for free with a $50 order. But there are two things that are available free with a $100 order, and those are marked with the $100 icon. So one of them is the Beautifully Happy stamp set. This is kind of a double stamp set. It's a little bit larger, 17 photopolymer stamps in here. It's a two-step stamp set. And then the other item is a double, rather a quadruple pack of designer paper. This is one of those jumbo packs. There are 4 sheets each of 12 different double-sided patterns. So 48 12 by 12 sheets, which is 4 times a normal package of designer paper. And so this is free with a $100 order. It's called Dainty Designs. And you can see from the samples in the catalog, it is really versatile designer paper that is going to go with so many different stamp sets. So let me show you the big version of the designer paper. This is the full 12 by 12 paper. I love that we have these monochromatic patterns that are bright and fun and just so versatile. So the colors in here are petal pink, fresh freesia, calypso coral, mango melody, balmy blue, and granny apple green. So you can see we've just got really versatile monochromatic patterns. And then the flip side, we've got some great combinations of the colors. So you get some green and blue and purple in there. And then just some bigger patterns. I love the flowers there with the petal pink, calypso coral, mango. A couple different plaids, gingham in there. And then I like these just remind me so much of Easter. I feel like they are like Easter eggs. All the paper I feel like is so great for Easter and spring and summer. So I've got some samples to share with you. I'm going to start with some samples using the Beautifully Happy stamp set. And this is kind of our main focus today is the Beautifully Happy stamp set. So I've got some swap cards. This one's from Dina Ricow. And I'm trying to figure out which paper she used. It's fresh freesia in the background, but I'm not sure if it is the, I'm not sure if it's the Dainty Delight. This one is from Betsy Kreider, and she also used some fresh freesia pattern paper. I love that layout with the different, mixing the different patterns. And this one is from Bonnie O'Neill with some fresh freesia designer paper, some sponging, and the double circle. But I have a ton of samples with that Dainty Delight designer paper. There are just so many ways to use these patterns. I know, right? I feel like everybody I swapped with used it, although some of these cards are my own. So if I take out my own, there's still a lot though. So I'm just gonna go down the line. This one is from Susan Campfield with the Easter Bunny punch and stamp set. Similar one here. This one is from Kim Kane with different panels showing off that paper. I love this Silly Goose card from Margot Richardson. You can also use it with the owls. So I have got a lot of owl cards. This one's from Rayanne Littrell. This one's from Betsy Kreider. This one from Angie Leach. Kay Cogbill. Barb Mulliken. I made a series of bunny cards for Easter, just mixing and matching those patterns. Isn't that cute? And then another one that I made with the Easter bunny. And then this swap card is from Gwen Duckworth. Another one from Susan Campfield. And this one with the citrus is from Natalie Travis. Oh my gosh. I love this paper. Have you been using it a lot too, Mom?
It makes me very happy. I'm sorry, what was your question?
Have you been using this designer paper
I've been
a
using
lot
it
in your crafting?
I've been using it. I can't say that I have as many samples. I have like 2 samples. And I forgot that we were going to use it on this card. I was focused on the stamp set. So I didn't use it, but I should have. I could have.
Well, I can't wait to see what you did with this Beautifully Happy stamp set because this stamp set reminds me of you. I just love the 2-step flowers, and I feel like this floral is right up your alley.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so I'm doing something different. I am actually making a slimline card, and we sell. Let's see if I can find them. We sell the slimline envelopes. The order number is 157981, and I can't remember the price offhand, but you get 15 envelopes, and you get 5 of each of these colors. So there's smoky slate, and there's soft succulent, and white. And so each of the little inside, the little liner piece coordinates with the envelope. So I just thought, I haven't used this in a while, and I thought, man, I think I want to make a slim line. So I'm using basically the two colors is Granny Apple Green and Polished Pink and Basic White. So I guess that's more than, okay. So our slim line card is 8.5 inches by 7 inches, and it's scored at 3.5. So I only have two real quick measurements, and then you'll need two pieces, 8.5 by 3 inches of the white. Okay, so before we start stamping though, I did some trimming, and I want to show you what I did. Just something a little different. I was playing. All right, so I'm taking my ruler and I'm going down from the top and making a little smidge of a pencil mark at 2 inches. Then I'm going to flip it over, and on the other corner, I don't know if you guys can see it okay. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make a tick mark at 2 inches from the bottom. Okay, we're done with that. Now we're going to bring out our trimmer. And as we've done with other projects in the past, I'm going to line up that tick mark. No, I want to go this way. With the corner, the opposite corner. And slice that off. And do the same thing on the other side. Find my corner. Come on, Susan. Seriously. Oh, I want to go this way. Yeah, there we go. Maybe I need to go back to 2022 and start over.
Oh,
Okay, so here we go. Slicing that corner off. So I already did the other piece. So we have two of them. I did them both the same. All right, and we're going to set that aside for a minute. So on our card, I didn't want you to have to sit here and watch me do this, but there's a little stamp that is sprinkles. If you can see it.
yeah,
well.
it's a small stamp, so you covered the whole
Not
thing.
the
it
whole
looks like.
thing. I did the
Okay.
perimeter and then down a little bit because my intention is to do one of these. And
Okay.
this is where I could have put the designer series paper had
Oh,
but that's okay. So one's for the inside and one's for the outside. So I already have this one stamped, so you don't have to watch me do it. And like I said, I didn't do the whole thing. I left a big gap in the center. I was just trying to just kind of do that. So I'm going to set this aside for a minute. And now we're going to, let's see, this is the one I want for the front. Yeah. Okay. So let me get out some stamps. I don't need you. I'm going to need our two greetings. And there's a lot of stamps in this stamp set, as Julie has pointed out. This goes for the inside. This is the inside. This I don't need. Okay. Are we ready?
yes.
All right. So I'm using some black Memento ink, and this is a two-step stamping. And I did a card for club that I'm going to show you that we did, and it was a lot of fun. All right, so I'm going to put this guy kind of off at an. Can you see okay? Am I centered in?
Yeah, you're perfect.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just stamp this guy down here. Oh, I missed a little, but that's okay because I don't think it's going to matter. So I'm going to start with the flower two-piece. And what I found, you know how sometimes it's tricky to line up. I found that if I first lined it up before I put any ink on it whatsoever to get a feel for it, because some of the images kind of cut across. So you want to make sure you have it right. And if you can get as close as you can, you know, like right almost on top of it, that it helps. Sometimes you have to stand to do this. Okay. So we're going to line it up. I really found that this was a fairly easy image to line up too.
Yeah, I was really happy with it as well.
Okay, so there's our polished pink. Ta-da! Hey,
Mm,
now we're going to take our granny apple green and we're going to do our leaves.
I have to laugh because I'm using Granny Apple Green too.
Are you really? Oh my
Yes.
gosh, we did it again.
I know, it's so funny.
It is.
I got blue flowers though instead of pink, so they're not exactly the same.
All right. I may have missed on this one a little bit. Oh, I did, right in the middle. Well, here we go. Let's see if we can do it again.
I don't use my Stamparatus a lot, but this is a great stamp set to use with the Stamparatus if you're making a lot of cards or if you want to get it lined up just right.
Yep, and I'm not sure why that did that, but it did. All right. Sometimes I use a different green for this top one, and sometimes I use the same. Today I'm using the same. There we go. All right, so on our inside piece, while my ink is out, is I'm going to take this guy, my black. And I'm going to stamp 3 flowers kind of along here. And I am doing this. I'm going to add a little bee. There's a little bee in the stamp set. Oh man.
Is it upside down?
No, I cut off his head.
Oh,
Oh, boo hiss. Boo hiss. Nope, that's not gonna work. Nope. Well, guess what? It's a nasty little
no,
bee.
go flip it over. I thought you had it.
I want it to be the opposite slant.
Oh,
But I guess it doesn't matter, does it?
I guess that's the same slant.
Yeah, it is. So you would have to go, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about it. You'll see a finished card, which is perfect. Okay. Oh, and I'm transferring black ink everywhere. Boo! All right. Then I'm just going to add a little yellow to my bee.
I forgot there was a bee in this stamp set.
Yeah. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the flowers. And 2-step this bad boy. And I also found that if you line up the center, that also helps you.
I was just noticing that there's a separate stamp for the very center of that flower.
Yes, there is, and I didn't use it. I think I'm done with the polished pink. So before I stick my hand in it anymore, and there's this little one that does the inside for the green.
Oh yeah.
I'm not stamping very well. But you can also, you don't have to use the 2-step if you want to color with blends or watercolor pencils, you can do that. So that is always an option for you. Then I'm going to go ahead and put our greetings on with basic black. And so the top, I'm going to put 2 greetings on. One is sending happy thoughts.
Of course it is.
All right. So sending happy thoughts. And then the bottom is going to say, for a very happy birthday. Don't tell me.
Oh, absolutely. I'm using the same greetings. There are some other sentiments in this stamp set. Sending happy thoughts can also be paired with for a feeling better kind of day.
Yeah.
And the other stamps say kindness matters, thank you, and you are easy to love. That's kind of a weird sentiment.
It is. It really is.
Because
Okay.
like the opposite of that is you're hard to love.
Yeah, right?
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, yeah. I hear you. All right, let's go ahead and put our card together. I didn't put the speckles on the inside. I thought I would just leave that solid.
I always forget about slimline cards.
Yeah.
But I love what you've done here with the angle.
Yep, it's not quite even. So, let's see if I can do it.
No, Julie.
All right, let me add a little more. Just because. All right, so why am I measured it right? Measured twice, cut once. That's better. That's much better. Okay,
Yeah.
so now, of course, I'm not done with this card because
It needs bling.
it needs bling. So here are my choices. And you'll see what I did on my sample. But I thought because there's a little yellow in the bee, that may be a yellow center in the flower.
Okay.
But I also like the pink. So you can
Oh.
choose on this one. Or
Oh,
I brought out these.
your
Right?
favorite.
My favorite.
I like the other ones. My instinct was to go with the dark pink, the melon mambo, but then you mentioned the yellow, and I could see that to tie in the bee. I don't know. I think I'd pick the dark pink.
Okay. All right, come on. And then I have a choice. I tied a couple bows. So I have
Oh,
and I brought out the green.
oh. I think I like the pink.
Okay, pink it is.
And I definitely like the pink center now because the ribbon kind of like pulls in a little bit of that darker pink.
Yeah, it does. Okay.
Oh, that's sweet.
So there is my, I gotta put a little more adhesive there. There is my slimline card. Now this was my sample that I did, and I did put a yellow center in.
Oh, I like that too.
So this or that, leave a message, and see, my bee is really good here. And I suppose I could follow up and put yellow cones. I could just get the blend back out and color those in.
Yeah.
Anyway, there it is.
Oh, what a great card.
Thanks. Let me show you my other samples. I only have a couple, so I don't have as many as Julie. All right, so this is a card we did for Hostess Club.
I
And I
love
used
this.
some of the dandy paper here the gingham. And Julie, the one you said you weren't sure on the one swap you got, I don't know if it was from Dina Ricow or not. It's the flip side of this gingham.
Okay.
So on this one, I used fresh freesia and pear pizzazz for a very happy birthday. I don't know that there's anything on the inside. Nope, I didn't put anything on the inside of this one except a piece of cardstock. So that, and I also did this as a swap, by the way. And then this one I got as a swap from Marnie Stahl.
Oh, that's pretty.
Isn't that pretty? I really like what she did. She just used the speckles and went all the way around and threw some rhinestones on there. And I did get one more. I'm not going to show it. But anyway, so those are what I have so far using this stamp set and paper.
Oh, it looks good, Mom. I love it.
So you ready?
I am. I'll turn the camera around here so you can see I got some similar colors going on. Granny Apple Green Coastal Cabana, and I threw in some Daffodil Delight. So I'm using the designer paper for my card base. It's 5.5 inches by 12 inches. And I think what's so great about a jumbo pack of designer paper is that you can afford to make an entire card base out of a sheet. So you can get 2 card bases from one sheet of the 12 by 12 designer paper. So if you did this with all the paper, you could make 96 cards from your package of Dainty Delight designer paper. So I've scored this into quarters every 4 inches. So we've got 4 inches and 8 inches. And I'm going to create a pocket card. So I'm going to get out my paper trimmer and I'm going to cut diagonally here to make a little pocket. And I maybe should have done this ahead of time, but it'll be fine. So I want the blue to be the outside and the plaid is going to be on the inside. So you need to think about which panel you're cutting and where you want to cut it. So I want to cut this panel and I'm going to cut from the bottom corner up to the fold line. So I'm going to use my paper trimmer and just line up those points in the paper trimmer and give it a slice. So this is going to be the inside of my card. And then I can save this for another project. If you wanted to, you could like glue it inside your card and get kind of a similar angle as you had, but I'm just going to leave this and save it for something else. So this is going to create a little pocket and I'll put a little bit of tear and tape to keep this closed. So just a little piece across the bottom because it's already connected at the fold line. So there's the inside of my card and I have a piece to go, some pieces to layer for the inside card. So I used the deckled rectangle dies from the annual catalog. Now during Sale-a-Bration is a great time to get some of these really versatile things like the deckled rectangle dies that you can just use with so many different things. So you can grab that. The item number is 159173 and it's in the annual catalog. So I love that during Sale-a-Bration you can order from any catalog, including the clearance rack. All of that counts towards your Sale-a-Bration gift. So I used the third largest for the inside and the fourth largest for the outside piece to make this card. And both of those will fit in your brand new boho blue mini stamp and cut and emboss machine. I had to bring out Desi again, even though I pre-cut my rectangles. Just a little shout out. You can get the boho blue mini machine for $30 when you join as a demonstrator during Sale-a-Bration. If you're already a demonstrator, you can pre-order the boho blue mini machine until January 16th. So don't miss out because this cute boho blue color is a limited edition. And you'll be sad that you don't have this colorful tool in your stamp room. Mom, have you ordered yet?
Not yet.
Okay, so back to our card here. We're gonna do some stamping next. So I just did a rough measurement on this deckled square, 3 inches by 4 1/4. And then the piece it's layering onto is Daffodil Delight, 3 3/8 inch by 4 3/4. And so the inside is going to be pretty simple. Let me get out my grid paper because I want to stamp over the edge a little bit. So I'm going to use that Memento ink, and I'm going to stamp the large flower just in the corner on the bottom of the pocket. So just a little bit of that design to carry over. And then for the inside sentiment, I'm going with for a very happy birthday, just like you used. And then I have just a solid flower in Daffodil Delight to go over the top, just to kind of make that sentiment pop a little bit. So these are going to layer together, and then that's going to go into the pocket like that. So that's our inside. And then on the front, I have a piece of, let's start at the bottom. This is Granny Apple Green, 3 1/4 by 4 3/8 inch. And then I used that 4th largest deckled rectangle, which is 2 5/8 inch by 4. And I also have a little piece of Daffodil Delight that is 3/4 inch by 2 1/2 inches, and that's for our sentiment. So let's do our stamping. Oh, I just got my finger in the ink pad. Darn it.
Frick.
Okay. So we're going to stamp the flowers in black. The same one we just used on the inside, the big one. And it does hang over the edge just a little bit, but I got most of it on there. And then the sentiment, while we have the black out, is going to go right in the middle. Oops. Sending happy thoughts. And I'm going to use this brand new Happy Thoughts Pick-a-Punch. So we've had some different Pick-a-Punches, and I don't know how well you can see right there, the edges. They're kind of like ticket edges. And then this is a really small scallop circle. So these punches are great because there's 3 different tracks, a 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, and 1 inch across. And you have that on both sides. So you're going to cut your cardstock and then just put it in the track. This is going to go all the way in, and it punches that decorative edge. You can see it a little better there. And then I'm going to flip it around and do the other side.
I don't know that I got that punch. Was it part of a bundle?
It is part of a bundle. It has a really fun greeting set that goes along with it. And I didn't need it because this already has greetings. Let me grab my catalog really quick, and I will show you here. I love this index in the back that shows you where everything is. Happy Labels Bundle is on page 53. And this is the sentiments that it comes with. I love the style here, just the mix of fonts.
Yeah.
I just want to hug you. I think that one's my favorite. You've got the biggest heart. You are my happy place. So this is really fun. Page 53, the bundle with the punch is $43. So with some deckled rectangles, you get your punch and your bundle and some embellishments and ink pads and other things, and you'll get to $100 in no time so that you can earn this dandy designs paper. So I'm doing the same 2-step that Mom did. And it's kind of hard to be sitting back here a little bit. Oh, I think I slipped at the last second. I'm using the Coastal Cabana and Granny Apple Green, and I took these colors from the designer paper, so that's why I chose That's why I chose these colors. I actually have this card in another color variation for you, so you can tell me which one you like better, although I think I already know without even having to ask. You'll see. Okay, so I think that was it for the stamping. Gonna put all those aside. And oh no, it's not it for the stamping, because we're also gonna stamp on the backgrounds. I've got a little bit of ink on my paper. We're going to stamp the same flowers on the background. I just wanted to kind of carry over this pattern and use it in a couple different ways. So I'm stamping on the granny apple green in the corners. And then this is going to layer kind of over the top. So you just get like a little peek of that pattern. And then in the middle, it has the color. All right, so I'm going to use some regular adhesive to attach those layers. I'm going to do the white layer crooked because I can. Am I right? I'm not going to apologize. And then this is going to go straight onto the coastal cabana, and then we've just got our sentiment. And so I have a little bit of baker's twine, and so I'm just going to do a little loopy loop circle and put that on the back of the label. That's a little too much twine. Let's cut a little bit off here. I think just like two circles is good.
There you go.
And then peel it off and fuss with it some more. Okay. Gonna add some Stampin' Dimensionals. I really like this pick-a-punch. We used to have some label punches that were kind of like this, and so I'm happy to have this shape back again. Then a little bit of bling. These are the new pastel iridescent gems, and this one kind of looks yellowish to me. So I added one of those to the center to tie in the yellow.
Very nice. I love that card, Julie.
Thank you. Are you ready for the other color variation?
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh, that's tough.
I used the petal pink pattern with pear pizzazz and calypso coral, and these are your colors. So
but oh, I like the yellow, blue, and white too. That's one of my favorite combinations. So I can't decide. I think they're
yeah,
both.
this or that. Leave a comment and let us know. I'm kind of thinking that I should add a little bumblebee up here now. I totally forgot about that stamp until you were talking about it. So I think I might have to add that bumblebee later on. I think it needs just a little
Yeah,
something up there that's yellow.
Yeah. Darling.
Okay, well, let's flip around the camera and we'll show off our projects together.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. I really love this stamp set. And the best part is it's free. You can get the Beautifully Happy stamp set for free with $100 order during Sale-a-Bration, which just started on January 5th, 2023, and goes all the way until February 28th, 2023. So you have almost 2 months to get this stamp set and your other Sale-a-Bration favorites like the Dainty Delight designer paper.
Yes, absolutely. Well, Julie, I love your project. I think that's just great. So, and I will send you one of my slim lines.
Ooh, I cannot wait. I love some happy mail. Mom, I have to ask, do you have a favorite Sale-a-Bration product?
Oh boy. I have to say, as much as I love this, It's the dainty flowers.
Yes.
Dainty flowers. That is just me. And I was
I feel
thinking
like we
about
have some really great choices this
we
time.
do. I haven't played with the owls yet. They're absolutely adorable, but I haven't played
Yeah.
with them yet. And so, yeah, there's just
We'll have to feature that in an upcoming video. I would love to hear from all of you at home.
oh
Tell us
yeah,
what celebration products you want to see, and we'll know what to feature in an upcoming video of Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie.
sounds like a plan. Well, thank you so much for tuning in today. And again, Happy New Year as we kick off 2023. It's already, 1 week is gone already.
It is crazy. It is crazy how fast it goes. And I'm just looking forward to a year of stamping together.
Yeah.
50 more episodes of Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie. We're going to have so much fun this year. We're going to do some more stamp alongs and share some amazing new products and projects with you. So make sure that you subscribe to our channels so you don't miss out on future Sunday Stampings with Susan and Julie.
So until next Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie, have a wonderful week. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Bye, Mom. Love you.
Bye, Julie. Love you too.